Hey guys, welcome to another Fitness Friday. Today we're going to be doing our best to answer the burning question, how many hours in a week should I train? So, 4 minutes, let's get cracking. Before we answer that first question, or before you answer that first question, you've got to ask yourself two other questions. One, how much time can I afford? So there's no point saying that you want to train for X number of hours, but actually you've got a lot less available. And then the second question is, what am I trying to get out of the time I'm putting in? So going back, what can you afford? It's not just about you, remember. You've got to factor in your family, you've got to factor in your work, you've got to factor in all the other elements of your life, because at the end of the day, unless you are a pro rider, life is not just about cycling. So how much time can you afford? How much time can your family afford to allow you to do the cycling that you want to do? And then you've got to answer the second question, which is, what are you trying to get out of it? Now, if you are just a regular cyclist who wants to do a little bit of riding to improve their overall fitness, then the amount of time that you need to put into cycling is going to be far less than somebody who actually wants to compete or is already competing. Anywhere from 5 hours is going to be a good base for you to improve your fitness. And at the end of the day, we could also be talking about, remember, commuting. Now, I commute to work. I do 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, 5 days a week. That's a good amount of hours. If I was just focusing on improving my fitness, I don't need to do any other training sessions. I don't need to go out and ride my bike anymore. I've already done 5 hours in a week. And that is enough to get you a general level of fitness. But of course, we always, as cyclists, want a little bit more. So if you are commuting 5 hours in the week, plus a few extra sessions, maybe a longer ride at the weekend with some friends, you're well on your way. If you want to be racing, then of course 5 hours a week, let's be honest, it's probably not going to get you to where you want to be. You've got to put the work in order to get the results. Everybody knows that. It's the same with anything in life. If you want something, you've got to go after it. So minimum 6 hours. If you're going to be doing the minimum, then you really need to be super focused on the sessions you're doing. You're not just pootling backwards and forwards to work and saying, there you go, there's 5 hours, I'll do one more session, that's done. You've got to be really focused. And that's where Zwift, and of course other programs, come into their own. You can really key in exactly what it is you want to achieve in a session. This is the session I'm going to do, there's the time I've got to do it, boom, done. But of course, a minimum is not going to get you exactly what you want. So I would say, and again, speaking from personal experience, I would love to be doing a 12-hour week. I did a 12-hour week a couple of weeks ago. I pushed almost 400k for the week, which was a really big week for me. And you know what? I felt great. I was flying for the next week or next 7 to 10 days afterwards. I really responded well to that big week. But being realistic, I can't always say that I'm going to be doing a 12-hour week. So somewhere between the 6 and the 12 is more likely. You know, something like 9 hours maybe is an average week for me, and that's about all I can afford. But obviously with those 9 hours, I'm super focused on the time that I've got available. When do I train? Am I doing interval sessions? Am I targeting this? Am I targeting that? I don't spend a lot of time just puttling around. I don't spend a lot of time just out on a social ride. Those rides are important, especially, you know, we do need to recover, but at the moment, a lot of my hours are focused on high intensity work. If you can afford more, then go for it. You know, the answer to the question, how many hours in a week should I be doing? It always comes back to you. How many hours do you want to do? How many hours can you actually afford to do? And at the end of the day, if you can afford to do more hours without impacting on other parts of your life, then go for it. Because there's nothing better than riding your bike. It doesn't always have to be a targeted session. Yes, they are super important, especially when you are time crunched, like most of us are. We've got to make those hours work for us, because we've got other parts of our life that are going on. And as I said at the beginning, cycling, life does not revolve around cycling. I know we all think it does, but let's be realistic, it doesn't. Cycling is a very big part, especially for me, a very big part of our life, but the overall, you know, it just fits in. It's part of the jigsaw, and we've got to slot all those pieces in. As I say, before you answer that question, ask yourself two others. how much time can I afford, and what is it that I want to get out of my cycling. And then from there, what type of sessions do I need to be doing in order to maximize the best of the time. And as I say, if you're just putting around because you want to gain a bit of fitness, great, go for it. If you want to be racing, then of course you've got to look at what is it you're racing, what's your targets, how far away are those targets, where are you with your fitness, what do you need to get to, and then of course you can go back to video up here, how to construct a training plan which will follow along a certain path till you get to your end goal. So, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it very informative. Drop me a thumbs up if you've liked this video. Leave some comments down below, of course. Hit that like button, smash it, tickle it, all the types of things that you do with that button, just make sure you're using it. As I say, drop me some comments. I'd love to hear the type of hours that you can afford or the type of hours that you'd like to do. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already doing so. And as ever, I will see you again soon for some new videos. Ride on.